muted. Just enjoy the sunrise, dang it.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Yes, that was intentional. I just saw the sun rising here. I had to switch it over, and then I wanted to still listen to the theme music. So we had a little bit of a pro streamer setup there. We just abrupted transition and then relaunched the track. But welcome back to the channel. This view, how about this? We're in Brisbane here, down under in Australia, and we are picking up right where we left off today in the fly-by-wire A320 Neo. Sempre che voce olaher o la 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 la. I don't know who you are, but seen your posts multiple times here, and that's we're just going to go ahead and ban you right now because we don't have time for that around here. Welcome, though, everybody else to the channel. Glad to have everyone on board today. It's going to be very interesting. So we're headed up to, I was going to go to Cairns, but it was a little bit too far. So then I was going to go to another airport right there just south of Cairns. But then I saw Hamilton Island on the contrail shop, and it got me thinking. I was like, wow, this is like a really cool scenery, Great Barrier Reef situation over here. And then it might be fun to take off, maybe do like go from Hamilton Island to Cairns and then back in the Fenix or something later on. So we're gonna go to Hamilton Island. It's a stunning scenery out there. It should be a stunning flight all around. It's been quite some time since we've been back in the Airbus, so I'm very excited to be back in the Airbus. Yes, we're the fly-by-wire 320 Neo, and we got the latest update, latest and greatest update, and all that good stuff. And I gotta say, Qantas doesn't have 320 Neos, but man, that looks sharp if they did. So I think they're getting 321 Neos, right? Or they already have them, maybe. But right now, just love the eye masking on this. White and red just looks so sharp. So good to see everybody here. We're going to hop right into it. Gustavo says his name was, when you look into the comments, I will always be there in Portuguese. Oh, really? Just one of those trolls then. Well, thanks. Well, good translation there, Gustavo. That's why I bring you along these flights, man. Welcome on board. Glad to have you here. John, good to see you. Tiger Dude, what's up, man? Always a pleasure as well. Uh-oh.
if you're like me and just came here to watch V1 hit replay instead of hold on short button, hit that like button.
Oh my goodness, don't remind me. Mike P, thank you for the $20 bank angle check. Yes, we did have a little oopsie on one of our last streams on Final there. That was just unfortunate, wasn't it, Mike? Man, well, thank you for the support, dude. I appreciate that $20 bank angle check. Welcome on board. Good morning to you out there on the West Coast. Hope all is well, and I hope you're going to enjoy this one up to Hamilton Island. But I'm Canadian and Brazilian too. So, okay. You're Canadian and Brazilian. That's a hell of a combo, man. Robinson says, I want some saltwater crock with fried plantains. Yes, man, it sounds good. AJ Ground Crew has dispatched the roux. Slight delay, but the flight now has a meal upgrade. Exactly. We got some roux tails now. Matter of fact, my buddy from Australia, Ben, he brought me some kangaroo tails for the dogs, and they actually really loved them. So I guess that's a thing. Anyway, I just wanted to finish up my lunch. That's why I delayed the stream there. I had to scarf down a little sushi roll. But we're good to go here. Let's take a listen, make sure the sounds are up. I don't think there's been any crazy changes, though, but we just haven't been in the fly-by-wire in a long time. I had to re-update all my flypad stuff. That all got expired or something. I don't know what happened. I don't know what Chaos is doing over there on the fly-by-wire set. But we should all be synced up with SimBrief. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get the batteries on board here. Battery 1, battery 2, and... Whoa! Well, that's interesting. Never had that happen before. Must be some fancy Euro flight warning computer or something they're going after. Never in my life heard the fire alarm go on that long. Oh, you redid the Navigraph login. Yeah, that's what I had to do. It's all good. We got synced up. We're ready to go. Immigrated to Canada 6 years ago. Got my citizenship in March. I traded all my samba for maple syrup. Oh, Gustavo, I didn't know that, man. Well, you went a little bit too far. You should have settled in North America. You passed where you should have stopped. Man, why is the internet doing internet things already this morning? That's unfortunate. Hopefully that settles down here. We'll give it a minute. Let me get the floodlight on, get the dome light on bright. Let's get the overhead on bright. And let's go ahead and get an overhead flow, ground control, CVR test. The alarm went off because the sunrise was straight fire. That's a good one, man. That sunrise was pretty good. All right, strobes into auto, nav position 1, seatbelts off, auto, armed, and you are good to go. Engine fire test 1, engine fire test 2, APU's already checked. Up the right-hand side, everything looks good there. We need to, we need some other lights on. We'll turn this floodlight on, and look, on cue, I got a fruit fly out here. Why is the interwebs doing interwebs things? Hold on, give me a second. Let me do a quick test of, let's see what's going on. Let you guys enjoy this view. Gustavo skipped right over freedom. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Hold on, guys. Why is my internet doing this? I don't want to restart the stream, but let's see what's going on here. Is this another OBS thing? Tony, if you're seeing bad frames, it's the internet. It's not the PC. No, my internet is doing solid things. So do I have to restart OBS again? Come on, man. This is going to screw everything up. So I'm going to have to relaunch OBS, and it's going to reload the stream. It stopped at 969. Let's see here. If it picks it up, we'll do it again. But this is an OBS thing. So OBS is being super weird. Every time I close OBS 2, it crashes. It doesn't even close. So there's something going on with Streamlabs that there's some gremlins or something. I don't think this is an actual internet issue because all my tests on my end show a stable up. All right, we're stable now. Let's just see what happens. Let's continue on here. Here we go. Chaos's favorite part here. We're going to brighten up the screens here because why not? Let's get everything nice and bright for today's flight. Still haven't changed that. Unacceptable. All right. That looks good. Man, what do they replaced? They put all the LEDs in here, huh? That's what it feels like. We've got a bunch of LEDs in here today. All right. We did our overhead flow. Let's come down here. Let's do an AOC initialize. Let's get our flight init done. And then we're going to get the fuel, or actually we can call a fuel truck right now because we do have GSX that situation, so we need to get fueler. Refueling is on his way. All right, here we go. We'll do this. Time to switch to the other internet provider. Mike P, I'm very tempted, but then I get locked in. See, I'm in no contract right now. So the only other internet provider that would be able to hook me up is got a contract, and I don't want to sign a 1-year contract because I keep hearing rumors, albeit they've been nothing more than rumors, that they're going to run internet down where we live. And man, if I could stream from my own house, it would just be so much different. I mean, there are days, guys, I'm not going to lie, where I'm like sometimes I question what I'm even doing, renting an office space, paying for business account to to do flight sim, but it would just be so nice to have it at the house. We'll see. Yeah, the dome light's on, Gustavo, and it's they got a brand new bulb in this sucker today. I put it on dim mode. I'll go dim mode on the dome light. Yeah, the dome light has extra juice this morning. All right, we've got our flight plan initialized. We're waiting for the fuel truck to let us know when he's ready. Until he's ready, let's come down here to the flight plan situation. We also need to do a weather, so let's pick up the weather through the AOC here. V1 for quad, you prefer the or for quad, feelers or TOLUS? Ooh, Jim Lee, that is a tough one, man. Honestly, both. They're so different. If you're looking for something where you can just set it and forget it, the TOLUS 340, because it's an Airbus. The reason I say that is because if you do a long haul in the 7.4 Classic, the Felis, you gotta be there. You gotta manage it. I think there might be some mods where it will actually do auto fuel for you, so you might be a little bit more hands free. But I would. It's toss up. You won't be upset with either or. Fubar, I appreciate that. Thank you, man. Thank you, RC Flyer. Ooh, did you guys hear that printer? I like it. All right, YBBN 060 at 7, few, yada yada. All right, cool. All right, we are downloaded from SimBrief, and we want real time, 3 minutes. Let's go ahead and start the pumping, please. While that is doing that, what departure we got out of here? YBBN departures. Winds are 060, so let's blast off of runway 1, shall we? Runway 1 is going to be one left or one right. Oh, man, we actually got to pull up the Navigraph charts here. Let's see what we got today. It's been a while since I've used this flypad. What? What? I already linked it. Again? I gotta do it again? Hold on. Fly-by-wire. You're making my ease of streaming challenging. 9 Hotel, DFD 8 Romeo Zulu. I already did this. Alright, you were successfully linked. Cool. Now let me go over here. Unacceptable. No charts to display. Hey, there we go. Navigraph really likes to sign people out. Yeah, no kidding, man. No quitting. No quitting. 10.9 page. Let's see where we are here. I'll pin that one. We want to depart runway 1 right. All that work just to figure out 1 right is where we're going. So 1 right here, and we're on the Bixad? Yes. No, we're not on that. What are we on? Now I gotta go back to my flight plan. Asiso. We're on the Asiso 1 departure. Asiso 1 to Bixad. There we go. Insert U. There we go. Northerly destinations off 1 left. Well, good thing we don't have ATC on tonight. I don't want to taxi over there. Taxiing in the sim is kind of lame. Especially without track IR. Alright, they are still pumping gas. Looks like he's just about done. Cap, we're building a steel mill In West Virginia, our current circuit is 500 down and 100 up using Starlink. So far, it has been awesome. Robinson, that's pretty sweet, man. So I have decent up at the start with Starlink. The problem is it just doesn't. I might have to try it again, but the last time I tried streaming on Starlink, it's just too it's not good for streaming. You get frame drop, not so much lag, but the frame drops are still an issue. Like, you need a wired connection. Not all the time, but it's not as consistent. Like, I'm on a coax right now, and this is still way more consistent than Starlink would be, at least in my experience. Now, I don't know if as they continue to improve the network, I think it'll get better. But we're just going to have to wait and see. Captain, sitting in college online class, got you on the other monitor. Well, don't get in trouble, Cameron. Welcome on board. It's going to be a busy flight en route, by the way. Curious about your thoughts on the near fuel starvation with Singapore. I did not hear about that in Ewok. What's going on with that? All right, looks like they're done fueling. Let's go ahead and kind of finish this up there. I just like to sit there and look at the fuel truck. But since we had to reload everything here, we're a little bit behind. Going into Hamilton, the weather down there is showing 120 at 6. So this is going to be interesting. Should have thought about the aircraft of choice for this approach, because we need this is all RNAV approaches here into Hamilton. So they got RMP Zulu. Basically, we're going to have to fly a visual approach. Hopefully we'll be able to see it. That would be really cool to do in the Fenix. That would be really cool. RNAV Zulu here. What is this one? I need something from the south. This looks a little bit better. Let's take this one, and I think this actually works with our transition. Ovron is where we're coming in from. Where is Ovron? It's not on that. Let's see. This is an AR approach here. I don't think we'd be able to do that. Nope. We're not able to do that. This is an LNAV VNAV only one here. We could do this one. RMP Yankee 32, LNAV VNAV only. And let's take it off of Angit because we might have to stack up in the hold. So let's load the RMP Yankee 32. Hopefully it's in there. RNP, oh, Windows Update. Good deal. Get out of here. RNP Yankee 32, RNAV, no star, approach via, I want it from Angit, which is the hold. And we're going to insert you. Now we can take a look down here. That all looks good. Nothing to secondary RadNav and NIT B. We're going to leave that until we're done. Actually, our fueling is on board, though. We're 13.8, so that's done. Let's go ahead and get those on, get the seatbelt sign on. We'll prime the APU. We won't start it just yet. We'll put 13.8 in the block fuel, and then we will get the boarding process going here. I think we're going to leave it just like that. Let's go ahead and start the boarding process. Chaos, 12 months. Thanks for the support, man. Hoping for an outside engine start for anniversary. Chaos has hit 1 year on the channel, and he's requesting an outside engine start. I think we can accommodate that, Chaos, if I don't forget. Top out to today is 360. Let's throw that in the FCU. Mini FCU, where are you at? Nobody. We'll put 360. 380, actually. Yeah, we followed 380. 380 is set, and let's go ahead and fire up the APU. Here we go. AJ, I could always test Starlink with a podcast or two. True, but for some reason, the only computer I have at the house, I cannot even get it to connect to the Starlink internet anymore. Ever since the lightning strike, man. So I've got another router I'm going to try, but just got issues, man. Just got issues. We should be due a monthly update from Mini FCU any day now. All right. All right, APU is on. Let's start the chrono. Let's go VOR constraint mode on. 380 is set. Let's take a look at some people working. Actually, let's go back outside because this view here with the sun coming up and the Qantas in the background. Oh yeah, look at that. Let's enjoy some rampers out there doing some hard work. It can do VNAV, just not final lap. Okay, what did I say? Yeah, it can do VNAV, just not final lap. So we don't want to do an AR approach. Could get a little spicy. We how did we mess that up? Where were we when we had to go around like 6 times? Somewhere in Mexico. Any advanced planning for packs and crew for tomorrow's nationwide emergency test? What's going on tomorrow? You guys have all this information. I live out in the sticks. I don't know what's going on tomorrow. For passenger and crew for tomorrow's nationwide emergency test. Sounds like communism. I don't know what that is, Al. I'm not even aware of that, but thanks for letting me know. I'm not scheduled to fly tomorrow, so I don't have to worry about any of that. Dougal McTavish is in the house here. I want those engines on the Fenix so bad. I know, Dougal. I know, man. I want those IAEs. So I want that 319. Come on, it is October. Oh, looks like somebody's doing a pushback out here. We got some situation. That's a very interesting one. We got a Qantas over here. A Jetstar right here. Look at that Jetstar IAE. Oh my goodness. Jetstar IAE there. Looking good. 220 Eastern, all mobile devices will receive an alert that cannot be disabled. LW, well, I'm going to test that. I'm going to put my phone in a secure location. Y'all get the alert on your phone and broadcast TV and radio. That's the first. Hey, y'all, this is the first I've ever heard of this happening. I don't know what's going on. See you on Mentor Pilot. Are you flying into Jack soon in real life? Hawaiian Ops? No, I don't have any Jacksonville scheduled coming up here. I don't have, I'm doing mostly turns. I've got a long turn coming up this week down to San Juan. That's going to be a 7-hour day of flying. But I mostly just have my turn scheduled for the month. I have a couple LAs towards the end of the month. Try to get my wife on one of those trips. Maybe go hang out with Mike P, see what kind of trouble we can get into. If you want an A319 with IEs, there's X-Plane, AJ. So I actually just got an email before the stream started, too, about an update from, what the heck is this? I just got an update from Tolis about a 319 change. Looks very interesting. I'm gonna have to check it out again. We do have that 319 sitting over there. It's probably gonna be one of the most highly simulated 319s on the market. They keep pushing updates for it. V1 has seniority to pick good lines. Yeah, that's yeah. I mean, I'm not super senior, but I pretty much get what I want, so which is nice. And if I don't get what I want, I can drop it because we can. Our flexibility is unlike any other airline. Changed my mind, but yeah, I'm pretty fortunate. My last base, I was not very senior at all. I went up like my local seniority when I was in Texas was like 80%. Not very good. So it was like just barely holding the line. Tom, release date. Sorry to bug. Release date for what? Oh, TBM release date. No information that I can share, but I can share it's going to be sooner than last week. So it's going to be sooner than last week. I was doing some test flying in it today. I was doing some more additional testing in it this morning. I'm super excited about that TBM. Matter of fact, depending on how today's stream goes, we might do, I always say this, but there's no football on tonight. We might do a members-only TBM flight, try to go find some weather. I'd like to go find some cold weather. That's when you get your CG wrong. Gonna fly the 380, of course. Sorry if you answered already. Just logged in. My first stream watching. Well, Cal, welcome to the stream. Yes, of course. I cannot wait for the 380. That's going to be a very exciting airplane to have on the sim. I have my suspicions about it releasing on 2020, though. We'll see. I think it's going to be something. I think it's more likely to see it on 24, maybe as a default airplane, maybe paid for by Microsoft. Who knows? Similar to AnyBuilds. AnyBuilds making a 320 Neo too, which is all the more peculiar. AnyBuilds making a 320 Neo. Fly-by-Wire has a 320 Neo, but they're also working on a 380. I don't know. It seems like there's some shenanigans that might be happening in the background that we're not aware of. Have any Cancun trips? My friends have their honeymoon in Cancun coming up. Jeremy, I do not at the moment. I don't do a lot of Cancun here from where I'm at now. Used to do that. Used to be what I would always try to get would be Cancun. But we don't do a lot of Cancun where I'm at right now, Jeremy, so highly unlikely. Not impossible, unlikely. Nothing on the schedule, though. Might be coming to Texas next year for my master's degree myself. Ewok, well, that's awesome, man. Texas will be glad to have you. Now that you're a fan of the New York props, right? Yes, I am. Any Builds does have some weird business choices. I agree. There's some interesting things happening in the background. It's the only default airliner that's not close to a decent realism level. You're talking about the default 320? AirDog, we're going to head over to Hamilton Island. Look at this sun right here on the sunrise. Oh my goodness. You know, Hamilton Island would be a great little airport to take the TBM off out of too. Really looking at different yoke choices. I really want it. That TBM makes me want to get a dedicated TBM set up. It's so much fun. All my exes live in Texas. That is a true statement, Key 6. Well, I think one lives in Arizona. Yeah. But most of them do. Key 6, good to see you, man. Oh, listen to that electric pump. That was awesome. And the shake of the door. Too bad there's not a GSX guy standing here with his hand on the little hot electric motor thing. It's weird. When I try to move my view, it like slews all the way over. Alright, shut off. I want to hear it spool down. Alright. Alright, let's get the APU bleed on. We'll get off of external power. We're pretty much ready to go up front here. We've got 380 set, reset the chrono, barrel refs are done. Mini brief, it's going to be a less seat departure 320. No terrain to worry about. Emergency briefs, previously briefed. If it happens after V1, we'll take it in flight, come back around, land on one right. We'll be a little bit overweight. Any questions? No questions. Alright. We are just waiting on the packs now. Ooh, yeah, get into the immersion. Immersion levels are coming up now. Here we go. You're sitting at your window. Too bad the Jetstar's jetway is going through his fuselage there. But immersion level is being turned up. 101 of 167. V1, what do you think about the new update on the sounds that they just released on the 2NX? I like it, Spike Flies. Minus the fire alarm one power up there. Weird question. When you were doing commercial pilot license training, how did you nail the 8s on pylons maneuver down? I keep having trouble. Practice, 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 Tyler CLT. So 8s on pylons, lazy 8s, all those commercial maneuvers. First, before I say practice, practice, make sure you fully understand the aerodynamics that is going on during the maneuver. All right? What is happening to your indicated airspeed? What's happening to your ground speed? What is happening to your radius of turn? You have to fully understand the ground knowledge of the maneuver. If you're struggling flying it, maybe revisit the ground knowledge and fully understand what's happening aerodynamically. And then after that, it's just practice. And don't worry, it's 8s on pylons, lazy 8s. It's those are maneuvers that typically are some of the harder to get. Matter of fact, when I went for my CFII, or no, my CFI, when I did the lazy 8, I was getting a little bit slower. Like I ran out of energy. I'm trying to remember how. Anyway, I was talking to the examiner the same way I would be talking to a student. Like, look, this is my common air right here. I was a little too aggressive on the pitch, so I bled off a little bit of energy, a little more than I should have, so I'm going to be a little bit undercut here on my altitude. So I was explaining that to the examiner while I was going through it. I mean, it was still within PTS. Now I guess it's ACS standards, but that's where I would start. Start with the ground knowledge. Revisit that first. Fully understand the whole maneuver. And then it's just going to be practice, 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 my friend. No terrain to worry about. You're only saying that because it isn't the 7.3 Max. Exactly. The 7.3 Max creates terrain for you. We also enabled the Boris Ambiance, again with GSX, so there should be a boarding completed. Oh, really? What I don't like about the fly-by-wire is the windshield glare shield is crooked, not flat, like in the real airplane. Everybody complains about that, but I don't even know where that is. I'm sitting here right now. I think this part right here people complain about, which I never in a million years would have seen. But again, like as long as it's good enough, I'm happy. I mean, It's not going to be the end of the world. But I know once you see it, you can't unsee it. But it still doesn't, I mean, it doesn't bother me. And I sit up there quite a bit. There's definitely some cockpit mods going on in the background. Cockpit mods. What do you mean? Cockpit mods. Like on this livery or just in general, there's some mods being created. All right, everything else is good though. Temps are good. We're just finishing the boarding process right now. I like this view right here, sitting on the wing here in the fuel pumps. Is it weird that I actually like this plane better than the Fenix? Not weird at all, man. Recently, my brother went to college. Left his computer behind. If he gives me permission to use it, should I install Microsoft? Yes. I'll give you permission right now, Tiger Dude. You have permission to install Microsoft Flight Simulator on your brother's computer. As long as he doesn't need it for anything. Oh, you're doing some mods already? Behind the, oh, that's cool, Chaos. All right. Well, there you go. Seeing the glare shield is the arrow in the FedEx logo. Sorry, couldn't resist. Yeah, once you see the arrows in the FedEx logo, it's hard to unsee. You're right. Yeah, my CFI ride tomorrow. Any oral tips? Neil, think before you speak and slow down. Think before you speak and slow down. That's my tips for your CFI oral. That's a doozy. That's a long one. Best of luck. I'm sure you're going to crush it. I know V1 is probably excited for the Fenix 319. I'm excited for the 321, though. I think everybody's excited for the 321. I think I might be the only one excited for the 319. My pet peeve with flight simmers on general is how common everyone sets the seat so low. I know, you're like low riding. That's what's hard too, especially in GA, because like I always like to see like what at least the cowling, right? You want to have a view of the cowling coming off the nose. Very hard to get that in the sim. Yeah, I think the own model is gonna it will be in the works. It's on the roadmap, the own model for the 320 Neo. By the way, you don't have to wait for boarding to complete to finish up the weights. We now pull in the target weight when boarding. Really, Chaos? Well, now you tell me after 167. Whoa, that's a new voice. 32.1, 33.2. We're going to populate that. I love the 319 in real life. Easy to load with bags. Nice. All right, 31 minutes. Extra gas. Perf speeds here. We're doing a flap 1, no flex. Let's go 33, 34, 38 is set. Let's get out of here, chat. Ready for pushback and departure.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, on behalf of myself, your captain, the first officer, and cabin crew, I'd like to take this time to welcome you aboard our flight. We're just wrapping up some paperwork up front here and waiting to see final numbers from the ground crew, then we'll be on our way. Flight attendants will be coming through the cabin shortly with a very important safety briefing. We do ask that you give them your full, undivided attention as they review the safety operations of this Airbus aircraft. We do appreciate your business having you aboard this flight. If there's anything we do to make your flight any more enjoyable, please don't hesitate to ask. Welcome aboard.
All right, that guy sounds like he knows what he's talking about. We need to go, which direction? We need to go nose, left, nose left, tail right. Might be interesting. We'll see what happens. Let's do a before start checklist. Windows on, idle, boom. Windows door slides, closing arm, beacon on, thrust levers, idle, parking brake is on. Before start checklist is complete. Frames stop dropping. I don't want to reset the stream midstream. We've come so far. What I say, nose left, tail right. Here we go. Lock and gear. We get the dome light off. We don't need you anymore. Come on, frames. Hang in there. Ah, sorry, Chaos. I must have missed it then.
Once again, we'd like to welcome you on board. Your safety is our top priority, so we appreciate you of your attention while we demonstrate the safety features of this aircraft.
It's hard seeing the cowling on the 182, 210, but like, even though the 172, 150, people are like 3 feet tall, so you're like, yeah. Yep. Brakes released, clear to push. Why is the hydraulic pump running? Oh, that was weird. I thought I heard a... oh, boy. Oh, boy. GSX, where you going? GSX, where you going? I wonder if a packs off takeoff is possible. Ooh. Maybe for 150 likes. Maybe for 150 likes we could do packs off. If you look at the Flightbox Discord, they talked about the new sounds. Oh. That's the blue pump running. Ah, the blue pump in the background. I got you. So if Chaos wants an outside view start, we're going to need to set the camera for an outside view. So if I go here, we're going to start number 1 first. Where do you want it, Chaos? Do you want it in front of or behind? In front of or behind for engine start, Chaos? You tell me. Brakes are... oh, I won't be able to register because I'm in the outside view. Stand by. Brakes are set. Clear disconnect. This is an interesting pushback here. Chaos wants it in front, so like right here. All right, Chaos, you want it. For Chaos's 1-year membership milestone, we're gonna do a external engine start. All right, let's go ahead and do this. APU bleed is on. Engine start mode to ignition start. Turning engine 1, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the startup sounds. I'm going to be quiet. Ah, no, VPilot. I'm going to mute VPilot. All right, here we go. Turning 1. I would say that's 100% worth it. $100% worth it, Chaos. Let's go ahead and fire up 2. Love it. Absolutely love it. Waiting for the avail light to come on. There's the bus transfer. There's the avail light. APU bleeds coming off. That's going here. That's going here. We're doing a flaps 1. I think we are ready to go. Brisbane traffic, Qantas 357, good taxi or 1 ride, Brisbane. All right, are y'all ready? APU's coming off, taxi lights coming on, brakes released. We're gonna make a tight left turn, here we go. I see other airplanes on the departure there too. That was pretty cool. All right, we got to find our way out to run one right. Here is the oh, what is that tree? What lives here? The bear. What bear? What was the name of that bear? The mystical bear that lives in that tree right there. I forget what did we call it? What's it called? Brake check. Pressure 0. Probably good to do that before we a drop bear. That's right. That's the drop bear tree. The drop bear. I am using AIG traffic still. I'm using AIG, not FSTL. FSLTL. I use AIG. Man, what a beautiful morning. It would be better if we got on the center line here too, but I just didn't want to clip the drop bear tree. I don't want any drop bears jumping on the winglet there. Or the sharklet, excuse me. Alright. I guess in 2024 that tree will be animated, right? That ought to be pretty cool. Alright, let's do a flight control check. Full up. Full down. A neutral. Full left. Full right. A neutral. Rudder. Full left. Full right. Neutral. Auto brakes max. Takeoff config check. PWS doesn't work, but it's on an auto. TCAS on TARA.
Flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
We are running right now. Jeez. What's our weight? 145,000 pounds. Airplane is running away. There's a colonial woman on the wing. Oh, Mike P. There's the drop bear on the wing, I swear. And he's real. Have a Twilight Zone moment. Will you do some Indonesian ops in the future? Ah, maybe. I don't see why not. I don't see why not. Drop bear. Sometimes drop bear is a hoax in contemporary Australian folklore. There you go. Featuring a predatory, carnivorous version of the koala. That's right. I hope we didn't pass one right at the end of one right. I think, did we? I think we did. Hold up. I don't know, we're about to taxi in the grass. Man, I hate taxiing in flight sim. I need my own. I need to start using my own EFB. Man, we're about to hit 29 knots almost. This is pretty realistic, actually. Means you're taxiing too fast when you hit the turtles like that hard, and everything starts rattling. Let's get a little slow down here. This is the dev version, correct. Alrighty. This is Charlie Niner, which is where we need to make the turn here. Yep. Uh, 30 knots bomb tech is pretty much the limit for a straight line taxi, 30 knots. So let it accelerate in real life how we do it. You try to minimize application of the brake pedals. You don't want to ride the brakes. So you let the airplane accelerate right about 28, 29 knots. One nice smooth application of the brakes. Try to get the speed down to about 10 knots and then let it continue to go. Sometimes it's unavoidable, but you really got to be, not so much now, but you have to be careful of those brake temps, especially in places like Vegas or where it's hot. All right, Brisbane traffic, Qantas 357, going to line up and wait, runway 1 right, Brisbane. All right, let's line up and wait. Cabin's not ready. There we go. Oh, look at that beauty. That is a thing of beauty. Zero, one, right. Confirmed. How do we do on the likes? VPilot is muted. It is unmuted now. Thank you, Mark. I forgot. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know why Specs isn't working. Nightbot's not working. Nope, 105. Sorry, Chaos. We didn't hit the light goal today. That's all right. We'll still do a nice Toga takeoff. Let's get those yogas in chat. Spool them up 50. Brisbane traffic. Qantas 357 departing runway 1 right. Brisbane. Oh yeah, here we go. Yoga. Oh yeah. Mantoga SRS runway auto thrust blue. 100 knots, check. V1, rotate. Positive rate, gear up. Nav and fly with. Love that. All right, let's do thrust reduction from the window view here. Oh. All right, with thrust climb, bank angle check to the right. Here we go. Oh my goodness, look at that view. I mean, that looks so good. That ortho around here, oh my. This is really good looking out of here. All right, there's S-speed, flaps 0, half takeoff checklist. Oh my goodness, this turned out to be way more scenic than I was anticipating. Look at that. I love the little kangaroo on the engine cowling there. Let's see, is at 250 knots. We're speeding a little bit. Let's go ahead and pitch for that command bar. One more bank angle check to the left here as we go past NDAB. Still at 250 knots. Bank angle checks to the left. Heck yeah. Do something meme worthy. I need content. What is S-speed? Yeah, it's your clean speed, like for your slats. There's transition. We'll hit the magic barrel ref key. Pull for standard. as we go through 10,000. Let's get the rest of our lights off. Oh, we still have that speed limit there. That's all right. I love the sounds in climb out on this Neo. I mean, I love all the sounds on this Neo, but man, it is so immersive. Taxi light's still on. You know, I've been doing that in real life, Gustavo. I've cut it like 3 different times now. I leave it like right here. I leave it in the taxi position. I don't know why I started doing that all of a sudden. All right, we're past the restriction. Doxit is at or above 8. We're well above 8. Now we can climb out at our cost index climb out speed. Looks to be around 290 knots. Autopilot 1. Live cam is coming on. And we are good to go. All right, here. Hold on. Give me a second. All right, I had to move my other window so I could see what's going on. All right, now we're back. All right, we're 14.5 for 380. I'm going to turn the sim down a little bit. Let's zoom it on out here. That view, though. Love the light clouds today. V1THS set from takeoff weight CG or zero fuel weight CG from the load sheet. Thanks. So Han, so on the fly-by-wire, if you just click your weights, it'll load in the zero fuel weight CG for you. It depends on when you're loading it. So for us in real life, we use a zero fuel weight CG, and once we start engines, it gets updated with our latest actual CG. Now in the Fenix, I just use zero fuel weight CG before I start up, and then go with that. In the fly-by-wire, you can just click on the weights page and it will automatically populate the CG for you. But in real life, we use the zero fuel weight CG, and then after engine start, or after our uplink, it's automatically changed to our actual. So when we load in, it's always zero fuel weight, and then 30.0. We always put 30.0 in the box, and then after we get our perf data numbers, we get the actual. Oh, where to set your trim? Real life, we use a different way of setting it in the sim, but for sim purposes, you could do gross weight CG 33.4, and you could set that right here, 33.4. But just, yeah, that's simple enough. Aviation Spawner, thank you for the 13 months of support, man. Appreciate you. Because the Classic is more for form over function. With the new LED lights, does it matter at all? Oh, you mean the... Yeah, no, I don't know, Gustavo. We don't have any of the new lights on our Airbuses yet. Han, you're doing your type for the 320. I'm always confused in this one whether to use the zero fuel weight or takeoff weight. Han, if you're going on a type ride, you should have some documentation on how they want you to set it up. But for trim setting for takeoff, you want to know what your takeoff weight CG is, right? You want to know what your actual, because you're taking off with the trim setting, so you want to make sure your takeoff weight is a takeoff weight CG is what you're using for your trim. Aviation Spotter, but thank you for the support, man. I appreciate the 13 months of continued support. How does the workload compare to being a real-life captain in a two-man cockpit versus one-man virtual simming? Much higher workload here, streaming, for sure. Way more of a workload, because not only are you doing all the airplane stuff, but then you're trying to entertain the chat and deal with backseat flyers as well who think they know more than you, which chat always knows more than you, so you're always kind of stacked up against the 8-ball. But for the most part, yeah, it's much harder to be saturated by tasks in the real airplane. When you have a full crew environment, sterile cockpit, you can handle a lot because each pilot, I mean, you're both competently trained, hopefully. So you each can handle quite a lot on a personal basis, and you put two of them up front there. That's why the whole single crew argument, I don't know why people are going to want to push for that. I know it's all based on money, but having two sets of eyes, two brains working the same problem, it allows you to handle much more outside factor and stress elements. But real life is definitely more stressful than simming, of course. You know, real life, everything's on the line. Your life's on the line. Your career's on the line. Other people's lives are on the line. So it's definitely much more for real. This is definitely like much more relaxed, you know, streaming. That's why a lot of times I don't go super hardcore into the super nitty-gritty details on stuff on every single stream, because I do that in real life all the time. When I get on stream, I want to see some juicy views. I want to see engine views, because I never get to see engine views flying up front. I got to brief every single time I'm in the real airplane. I don't want to have to brief the chat every single stream we do. You know, little things like that. So I try to take simming, I try to approach simming in a more, not enjoyable is the wrong word, and maybe a more edutainment approach to flight sim. You know, whereas real life is, I mean, that's, you know, there's no room for messing around. Well, you CTD'd. Zippy, you CTD'd? Oh, man. Sorry to hear that, man. But there are some streams that we do that are, you know, when I do check ride prep streams, or when we are doing something like trying to recreate something, then we'll go full into the briefings and the flows and checklists a little bit more. But if I were to do that every single stream, that'd just be exhausting. A lighter approach, perhaps. There you go. A lighter approach. Well, Zippy, you CTD'd, huh? That's unfortunate, man. 26 for 38. Let's bump up our... Oh, we only have 13 minutes extra gas. Alternate of 2.5. We really don't need... Well, we might need our alternate. Where is YBTL? Let's come down here. Let's go perf. And YHML for Hamilton Island. Boom. No, that can't be right. 873 miles? We're 474. YBHM. Wait a second. What's happening? YBHM is the correct one. Okay, so we're good. I don't know where I got YHML from. YBHM. There we go. I don't know where I got that identifier for. There we go. 434. Let's do a cost index of 88, shall we? Bump our speed up a little bit here. I got the dispatch papers. Nope, don't scare me, Gustavo. Oh, wow, look at this. The sun rising up over the Pacific? YHML's in the Fly Live? Well, let me change that. Where is YHML? No, oh yeah, it is. Look at that. Wait a second. HML is Hamilton Airport, but BHM is Hamilton Island? What? Well, that's weird. I put my cost index at 788. Sweet. Yeah, I saw that. That's right. I think we'll be all right. I have had the wrong dispatch paperwork in real life before, though. Caught it, obviously, before doing anything, but it's happened several times, actually. Look at, is this Sim Update 13 being extra juicy with the lighting? Look at this. I don't know. Maybe it's just because we haven't had any light clouds in a while. This sun early morning is looking stunning. Good night for real this time. Good night, Ewok. V1, I'm a student pilot. I'm doing my PPL check ride soon. I'm trying to get to the airlines. I'm nervous about failing a check ride. Do check ride failures impact your chances? Avman223, I'm not going to say they don't, but they probably affect them a lot less than you would imagine. Failures are sometimes just going to happen. Just because you have a failure on a check ride doesn't mean you're not going to get hired at an airline, especially in the current market right now. That doesn't mean that can't change, so don't slack off and not take a check ride seriously. But in the event that a check ride does not pass, or you do not pass a check ride, don't get beat up over it. Don't put your head down. You're going to be just fine. I would say maybe not 90%. I don't know what the percentage is, but there is a high percentage of pilots who have failed one, maybe even two check rides out there flying the line. So, in fact, there was an airline for a while that if you put I have 0 check ride failures, they were not entertaining your application because they didn't believe you. Chaos says it always looked like that. I mean, I guess so, but it just looks so good. Oh yeah, that's a nice view right there too. Let's stay out here for a minute though. Yeah, customers could go to 999 technically. Not in the 320 though, so that might just be a bug. Actually, I don't know. Gustavo, can you put a 999 in a 320? I don't know. I've never tried it. I think I've only put 99. We had a captain berating us in GRU because he got the papers for GRU to JFK while he was flying GRU to Atlanta. Was he an angry widget? And he also called the dispatcher to slam him and the dispatcher captain. It's your job to check the paperwork if it's the right one. Well, that sounds like a few pilots I know, unfortunately. Look, mistakes happen. That's why you're there, right? That's why our job is to check the paperwork. That is literally the first thing on the checklist. Ship's paperwork, or like verify your documents. So that doesn't just mean the documents of the aircraft. It means verify your paperwork, your dispatch paperwork, with the airplane. Are you in the right tail number, right date? Maybe you have the right flight plan but the wrong date. So yeah, that's unfortunate. YBTL Townsville actually has some of the best freeware in the sim. They also fly 146s out of there. Did we go to Townsville? Benji, I thought we went to Townsville. Maybe not. Do you enjoy flying privately in real life, or you just fly commercially? No, I only fly commercially, man. I don't fly privately. Even though I was looking at trying to buy a TBM, but that's just a cool $2 to $3 million to buy one. And then it's another, on average, $1,500, $1,300 to $1,500 per flight hour. So let's say you want to take a 30-minute flight in your TBM. Well, by the time you come back, that's now that's three grand. You just spent $3,000 to go 30 minutes away and back. The funniest part, it was a 764 for JFK and an A330 for Atlanta, and the angry widget wearing the hat. Too bad Wingnut's not in here. A TBM is so affordable. Ain't the 99 limit for the 320? Yeah, I think it's 99. I think you can put 999 in there, but I don't think it does anything. It's not going to change it. We'll just put 9. Actually, it changed it in this thing, but I'll have to check next time. I don't think I've ever put 999 in there. 99 is pretty much just 99 is like 81, 80, just fast it'll go. So I don't think 999 would do anything in the real airplane. V1, tell Black Square to shut up and take my money. Jeff, they'll be taking it here very soon, I'll tell you that. I mean it. Very soon. Remember when I say I always, airplanes always get released when I have a trip? Well, I start work on Thursday. Although I'll be back. I got an early Cleveland turn on Thursday. And then I've got a really long turn on Friday. So, airplanes always release when I go on trips, so just keep that in mind. That would be my guess. Probably the Fenix, too. I bet you the Fenix will release. Fenix will probably release the 39. Oh, no, you know what? Here is my official Fenix release date. It's going to be either Friday the 20th or like the 23rd on Monday. It's going to be right around that last week because that's when I have back-to-back 3-day trips that I want to keep because I got the LA stuff. So you can expect the Fenix to release probably around the 20th of October. It's my unofficial official answer. Scalarchy or Open Cockpit? I'm not familiar with Open Cockpit. I know Scalarchy's got some high quality stuff. Got a pretty penny though. Love engine and wing views myself, Captain. Had no idea pilots envy passengers with the great window seats. Would give an arm and a leg to be up front. Keith, yeah, it's a little bit. I mean, it's weird because as a kid, I always loved the window view. This is how I saw aviation, right? And then when you get up front, it's completely you forget. It's not like you forget, but like you miss the origins of your passion, which started pretty much right here. So anytime I'm on a deadhead or anytime I'm jump seating, or not jump seating, but anytime I'm on deadhead or maybe commuting on a flight, I'll try to always get a window. If they ask me, I'll be like, yeah, can I get a window? I'm like, window or out? Window. Over the engine. TBM on the 5th? I don't know. I'm just saying that's when I go to work, so airplanes always get released when I go to work. That would be my guess. Foot stomper. Early Cleveland. Sir, early Cleveland flight is already a late Cleveland. No one wants to be on time for Cleveland, and everyone is already late to leave Cleveland. I know. We're going to be early, though, because I'm flying it. We will not be late. We all want what we don't have. That is a true statement, Chaos. True statement. I will say, though, I would much rather sit up front and or be on the jump seat than sit in the back now. Even window view. Like if I had an option, like, hey, you want to sit on the jump seat or you want to sit on the window view? I'll pick the jump seat just because it's so much more comfortable, unless it's a light load. Like I don't know. I don't know if it's like a control issue, but when I can't see what's going on up front anymore, I'm not saying I'm a nervous flyer now, but like I want to know what's happening. Like, what are they doing up there? Why are they doing this? Why are they doing this? I want to be up on that jump if I can. I love the window view and not being able to see where you're going adds to the suspense. Looking good, though. I like this. I really like this Qantas livery. Probably one of my favorite. I'm going to throw it into one of my favorite all-white liveries. All right, we are Mock Out Cruise 380. It's been nice and smooth. Look at that cockpit. Look at that nice little. That's the Microsoft. The smudges shaking, but we'll go ahead and turn the seatbelt sign off. You are now free to move about the cabin. Let's see if there's an announcement that's going to play back here. What is our cruise out to? Did we program it? 380. Should have a cruise PA. Oh, there it is.
Just reach your cruise altitude for the flight. As you get settled in, I do want to remind you to please keep your seat elbows clear from the aisle as the flight attendants will be coming through the cabin with galley front shortly. Also, one more reminder to please refrain from congregating near the front galley where the flight deck door is located. Thank you.
Excellent. All right, I am going to turn this down a little bit. Let's take a view. Oh, yeah. I don't know where we're going to park it, though. Oh, we got to park it right there. Let's settle in right here for a little bit. Looking good. All right, what do we got here? Right there. There we go. Perfect. Short little cruise up to Hamilton Island. Then we're going to have to take a look at the approach charts. Have to make sure we don't get bottled up. I think we might, if Zippy crashed to desktop, we might be the first one in. So I'm pretty sure it's a one airplane per time on the airport. So we got to make sure we're not going to be overlapping someone else's approach. Does this thing hold? Chaos, will this do a hold? I forget. Completely forget if we can do holds. No internet really adds to the fact of not knowing where you are flying. Exactly, Water. True story. How is... I mean, so The domestic, the only Qantas flight I've ever been on was a 747, and I think one inter-island flight. But actually, I don't even know if it was Qantas when we did the inter-island flight. I'm pretty sure the only Qantas I was on was that 747-400 from Sydney to LA. And it was nice. But how was the intercontinent quality of Qantas? Is it pretty top notch? Is it pretty sweet? It can do holds? All right, good. I was sitting in the middle seat once on an L1011. Don't date yourself, Key 6. In moderate turbulence, trying to read the 737 manual my cousin stole from me, and this dude is trying to bug me, asking if I worked for the airline. Dude, I'm a college student. Leave me alone. I know. I wore a shirt that said, "I love the smell of jet fuel in the morning," when I went to the fly as a young teen, and most of the times the pilots would acknowledge that passing on the terminal or whatever. Yeah. Now when I have to sit in the back, that's like earbuds go in right away. Noise canceling headphones, earbuds. Not that I don't want to talk, but it's just, trust me, when you get asked every single time you sit down on an airplane next to somebody, oh, why aren't you up front? Or who's flying the airplane? Or how's this going to land itself? It gets a little exhausting over time. So the earbuds go in right away whenever I'm sitting down in the airplane now if I'm in the back. Qantas is amazing. It seems like they would be. I don't know. Just from what I've seen on the commercials and looking at some Google photos of liveries. I was trying to find liveries, and so I'm Googling around. I see all the pictures of Qantas. I was on a military charter with Qantas once, and we were treated like royalty. Great people. Good to hear. Good deal, man. Bosco, welcome, man. Good to have you on. CFD works now. Hello, everyone. Flight Force. Good to see you, man. CFD. What do you mean by that? Captain, I have an airline career fair coming up. Ooh, very cool. Soon at our 141 school. I'm working towards my restricted ATP at this school. Do you have any questions you recommend me to ask a future regional employer? Well, if you don't know already, I mean, at one of those like little career fairs, those are really for you to ask the questions that you want answers to. If you don't know already, I mean, that's the benefit of the internet right now. I mean, you can pretty much Google anything you want to find out about a specific carrier. But I would maybe ask some maybe quality of life questions is what we call them, like things that are really only going to be inter-airline knowledge, like how is the scheduling set up? Do you guys have, how many days off are guaranteed a month? Ask those quality of life questions. Can you swap trips? Can you drop trips? That would be kind of, what is your reserve call out time? Like, is it short call only or is it on call? Oh, here's one you have to ask. Well, I'm sure you could probably Google it, though. Is there ready reserve? Ready reserve is where you are required to be at the airport in uniform for an entire shift, whether they use you or not. Those kind of questions what I would ask. If you want to start every dad joke about pilots, I pretty much, I wouldn't say everyone, Warner, but I haven't heard a new one in a long time. Let's just put it that way. I haven't heard a new one in a long time. Can you hear passenger applause from the cockpit? You can, Captain. Well, you can, yes. I'd be the guy to chirp back. Good one. Haven't heard that before. Oh, Mark. No, I don't want to. It's like, I don't want to be a dick about it, honestly. Like, because you are still in uniform, so. That's a cool view right there. V1, with this group, I think your ring and hairy arm would give you away. That's V1, but the earbuds are on. Well, see, here's the thing, Key6. I don't wear this ring when I go to work. I have an actual wedding band that I wear when I go to work. This is my stay-at-home, work in the yard, workout band. I don't like wearing a metal. I have a tungsten ring, an actual tungsten one. And I don't like wearing it when I'm lifting or doing any yard work or fishing. But yeah, so I'm still disguised. I'm still disguised. You might be able to recognize the arm hair, though. The moon is photobombing. don't know. I just like this front view right there. That's like commercial status. You know what we need is some type of program that would do automated drone floating camera views while you're in cruise. So like I could sit here and like this could kind of float around like a commercial. That's what we need. Do I get all the donuts? It's toggleable in settings. What's toggleable? CFD? I am not sure, Flight Force. I haven't messed with any settings lately. Unfortunately, I'm not quite sure what you're getting at. Qantas is a bit of a pickle right now with the government, but amazing airline apart from the situation. Yeah, that's not good. I did hear that it got a little bit interesting with the whole COVID situation and some draconian style mandates in place. Matter of fact, so the maker of the tiller, Cat 3 Design, they are I don't know if they fly for Qantas. I guess it's not Qantas. I don't know, but they do fly in Australia, and I think they were trying to get jobs in the U.S. But there's actually quite a few Aussies that are making their way over to the United States now. There's like an Australian visa program where we're hiring Australian pilots on visa in the U.S., which is interesting, circumventing some union stuff, but that's not for this stream. That's for a later stream when I'm not very happy. Earbuds are definitely the most respectful way to say don't talk to me. Matt, I know, but then the problem is there's always that one person that doesn't understand the universal signal of don't talk to me, which is the earbud, right? Like when you're like, okay, yeah, that's cool, and you like nod your head and you put your earbud in, that's the universal signal of I'm done with this conversation, but there's always that one person that they don't know what that means. You know what we need? We need some like Australian music. What do we got? We got like Outback, Australia. What do we got for the Australian playlist? National Anthem. Oh, how about Outback Hunter? This sounds interesting. It's not even a song. I don't know. We'll go inside for a little bit. You just got to start explaining all the systems of the Airbus in great detail and make them regret making a dad joke. The whole country went full draconian. I know, AJ. It's coming again, I think, too. There was a lot of tension between the workforce and the CEO. Interesting, V2+10. They did some pretty nasty things these past, but now they changed the CEO, and I believe they can make up for it. All right. Well, that's promising. Australia's trying to get British cops, doctors to move down under. Really? Earbuds are a worldwide annoy the Apple user. If you're using a headset, no one will annoy you. Otherwise, you have a hall pass to annoy Apple users. AC/DC. Yeah, we could do some AC/DC. The moment you take that one earbud out, it's over. They're going to be a long flight. I know, V2+10. You're right. 100%. I like this beat. This one hits pretty good. Oh yeah, look at that. I'll take that. Need some Aboriginal didgeridoos. Dinner time here. Have a great flight. Dougal, thanks for stopping by. Enjoy your dinner. I hope it's something tasty. I don't know what I'm having tonight. I think I might be having a side of TBM 850 members only. We'll see. Enjoy your night, Dougal. Even if my batteries die, I'll keep them in for that reason. AJ, so half the time I don't even have anything on my AirPods. If I have my AirPods in, I just have them in. Yeah, they pay for the public servants. It's worth its weight in dog excrement here in Blighty. Meanwhile, the Aussies actually pay them. Really? I was not aware of that, Tom. Since you're flying in the land down under, aren't you supposed to fly upside down? No, not on this airplane. Key 6 is not true. Some lady tried to talk to my girl in the hip. You know, do you guys ever see, this is one thing I will not do, but there are pilots that have, maybe they have a noise canceling headset like a Bose, or maybe even, I've even seen it with the David Clarks, but they pull out their aviation headset in the back and put it over their ears to either like watch a movie or whatever. I'm like, dude, come on. Don't do that. Don't be that guy pulling out your actual cockpit headset for sitting in the back. Don't be that guy. How far we got? We're getting close to the top of descent here, so we'll finish up a song or two. We'll start thinking about starting down. Boomers don't understand what is a headset, so it's a carrot ball. Oh my gosh. You guys are going to get us in trouble. AirDog, welcome to Private Pilot. Glad to have you on board. Welcome to the madness that is V1 Nation, Team Green. Glad to have you here as a member. Exclamation point, welcome for your new perks here on the channel. Don't ask about the podcast. I don't know what happened to those. Maybe they'll start up here again sometime soon. We'll see. Mark with the milestone chat, appreciate you, says keep up the good work. Finally got the military to pay for flight training starting next year. Mark, that is fantastic, man. Congratulations. And that's some exciting news. I'm sure you'll take full advantage of it. And that's a good deal, Mark. Thank you for the support for 15 months as a member here on the channel. I was on a flight to Detroit and you saw that? What do I use, Bose or David Clark? So I don't use anything anymore. I use the ship sets, but I'm really looking at the Bose. Are they the A30s? I think they're the A30s. Like they're like the little tube ones that you put, like they have the little silicone earbud. I think that's the A30. But man, they're so expensive. It's like $1,300. But I'm really looking at getting a noise canceling headset now, just so a couple of people in Discord will stop making fun of me, and also because one of my FOs on my last trip, I'm actually flying with him again here pretty soon. He showed me the decibel levels climbing out, and even in the climb out, it's like 70 to 80 decibels. I'm like, oh, that would explain why, maybe my ears or my hearing is going down. So got me looking into still going with some sort of noise canceling headset. The Airbus is not inherently loud, though. I mean, I say that, but I guess it is. But there's definitely louder airplanes. The best headset that I had was the Sennheiser HMEC 26 with ANR. Made a 3-bladed 2200 RPM Macaulay on a PT6A like a jet. Man. I have not seen any of those Sennheisers. I'm also currently finishing work on an air starter unit. No APU ops. Well, Chaos, that would be pretty interesting. Air start unit for the fly-by-wire. We forgot to do a crossbleed, huh? I guess we can do crossbleeds now. Let's come down here. What do we got? Progress page 261. Good. About another 10 or 15 miles still. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Currently attending recurrent from home. Death by PowerPoint.
Uh-huh.
Or death by heart attack due to all the caffeine I'm drinking to survive this pain. Enjoy the rest of the flight, hombre. Got your October sked done?
Hey, wrong side sim in the house doing his recurrent, man. Appreciate you. Hey, wrong side sim. I didn't tell you this, but on Amazon, there is allegedly an iPad clicker that you can buy. It's like the best $30 you'll ever spend. And you click, 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 click. I don't know who told me that. I didn't tell you that. I just heard allegedly through the grapevine you can buy auto clickers on Amazon for iPads, and I've heard it's really, really good. But thank you for the $15 bank angle check, man. Appreciate you. My schedule. Yes, my schedule is pretty much done, man. But I don't know if you're going to like it, dude. I'm doing mostly all turns, not out of Orlando. But I have 2 LA trips that I'm doing towards the end of the month. I'll send you those as well. I'm actually trying to get my wife to come with me on one of them because we go to a pretty sweet place downtown. But I don't know if you want to fly all the way to Orlando. That seems like a long way from, or I'm sorry, to LA. That seems like a long way from home for you. But I'll send you what I have on there right now. But I got spoiled, man. I started just doing all turns. So I'll send you what I got on there, and we'll see if we can make it work. Micah, good to see you, man. I really want some A&R headsets. Currently rocking the David Clark 20s. Yep. DCs are very popular. DCs are good headsets, man. Bose ProFlight are the small. Okay, ProFlight. That's what it was, Amir 67. Thank you. The Bose ProFlight, not the A30s. The ProFlight Bose headset. Was listening to the TBM replays while getting some work done today. Good deal, Delta Tango. Buy once, cry once. Guy Random. You know what's funny? Is that like an actual Bose tagline? Because when I was a private pilot, when I was a cargo pilot, that's when I first got my noise canceling because I was literally going deaf. It was like I was having migraines and everything. Someone told me that exact phrase because I was talking about noise canceling, and at the time it was the old, the old A20s. They were new back then, but like the heavier, bigger, clunky ones. And somebody said to me, "Well, you just buy once, cry once." So like I feel like that's a Bose tagline. There is a reason why Sennheiser is very expensive, German quality, but it's worth it, and they're small, not intrusive. It's not. Gustavo, I'm gonna look. Hold on. Are they the ones I'm thinking of? Let me see here. Let me pull up my Sennheiser aviation headsets. Look here. Ooh. Oh no, that's Clarity Aloft. Are Clarity Aloft any good? That's another very popular one. Clarity Aloft. But I don't think there's noise canceling on that. Ooh, the Sennheisers, they look pretty fancy there. They look pretty fancy. I like the price tag. It seems a little bit more HME. Oh, it's only one ear, though. I don't like that. I'm going to have to look at that a little bit more, Gustavo. I like their price tags. DC has the best customer service too. They fixed mine out of warranty for free, included a new set of gel ear cells. Well, so did my Bose Key 6. They replaced my, I actually had a cord that started to fray. So they replaced the cord, and then without even saying anything, they replaced the ear cups or the foam and everything on the inside to give me new, or no foam. It was like, yeah, the hair. They replaced the whole hair thing in the cups for me for free. So, yeah, I know David Clark might have some good warranty, but I think Bose is pretty good too. Showing my age again, I'm still rocking my DC 13.4s. Haven't made the jump to A&R yet, mainly because I'm not flying as much right now. Weren't those popular in like the 80s? Max rank, 42 months as a member. I appreciate you, dude. I still have my DCs from PPL in 94, and they work like a charm. Heavy but awesome. Hey, there is something to be said about the quality from stuff that was built back then. Legit. Like, I feel like things nowadays, it doesn't matter what you're getting, headsets or what have you, stuff just doesn't seem like it's built to last. It just doesn't, you know. And it's, you really got to be careful because you got to, it's almost like you have to spend a little bit more nowadays if you want something to last. Where I feel like in the past, you could still get some really high quality stuff for a good price that would last a long time. But that stuff is harder and harder to find now. But thanks for the support, Max Rank, 42 months as a member. Whew. Thanks for supporting the channel, my friend. Got to be careful. The FAA only allows certain headsets for airline operations. Yes, of course. It's got to be, there's an approval thing that we got to have. But ours covers pretty much everything. Wasn't Clarity Aloft on there that was like, was that the controversial one where the FAA said that you couldn't use Clarity Aloft? I feel like there was one popular headset that wasn't approved by the FAA, and there was like some drama about that. I'm not that old. I'm just messing. David Clark's are from 95. All right, good deal, good deal. I sent my stupid A20s in for service 3 times. It's always a pain dealing with Bose customer service. DC has always been good. Wow, I'm sorry to hear that, mysterious Mr. T. Blame COVID. Not wrong. Chaos, you're right. Follow the money. That's right. Come back to following the money, Chaos. I don't know what song this is, but I feel like we're getting ready to go hunt some kangaroos. This is nice and relaxing. We'll finish this song and then get ready. I got some TCAS out there for traffic at 40 miles. Oh, I uploaded a short, but something got bugged, and it's got like an extra song. I don't know, it's weird. I have to redo it. But had an airplane with no TCAS the other day. It was kind of a pain. Had to stay at flight level 280. Couldn't go in RVSM airspace, and then there's weather, and of course, so you're flying around at 280 like a turboprop, getting bumped around. I love Ruse. I love Ruse too. Lightspeed Zulus, yep. Maybe it is. Maybe that's what it is. Lightspeed Zulus are not TSO'd. I still have David Clark H1030s that my dad bought in about 1979 when he had an Aerostar. They worked great. Use them as backups. Your dad had an Aerostar? That's awesome. Planned obsolescence. Yep. It is definitely a major thing now. Definitely a major thing now. Don't know if it's me, but I can barely hear the tunes. It's probably me. It's weird though, because like I don't know how to adjust. It's like it gets too loud for me, but it's not loud enough for the stream. My audio is kind of funky too. I'm at that point now where my PC is I either need to do some major reworking on the PC or just retire this one and use it for videos and other stuff. But it's getting to that point. It's tired. It's tired. My PC right now is a living version of X-Plane 11, just needing X-Plane 12 to come out. I feel like this is Pirates of the Caribbean. What are we listening to here? We're 198 miles out. Probably need to start down soon. Can you guys hear this? I feel this sounds like Pirates of the Caribbean. V1 suffer from migraines too, loss of vision, amazing light shows, and numbness in hands really blows. What do you use to treat them when one comes on? Eagle One, I don't. So my migraines were related to sound, like the airplane noises. I wasn't protecting my hearing. Unfortunately, I don't have any info to treat what you're suffering from, because I don't get them anymore since I started to protect my ears. But I'm sorry to hear that, man. Yeah, that's a tough one. The light, sensitivity to light and all that, that's got to be tough. V1's PC is DC 13.4. A30s can be charged by the aircraft. Yeah, if your operator pays for that plug, which I don't think ours have it on all of them. Is your 4090 still hanging out on the back of the case? It is, Scott. It's hanging out the back of the case. It's hanging out the front of the case. I had to take a hacksaw to my case, y'all. I took a hacksaw to my case to get the 3090 in there. 3090 in there. Sounds like Irish or Scottish tunes. Makes me crave a turkey leg from the Renaissance Fair. Aviator Nick, good to see you, man. Yeah, I don't know what tunes we stumbled upon here. Dance of the Wildcats. Oh my goodness. How about Chickasaw Outback? This has got to be Australian, and then we got to go to work here. About 50 miles from TOD. Let's listen to this one. This is a little bit more Aussie. Need more prawns on the Barbie. I had headaches and hearing loss. Ended up being a tumor. Oh my goodness, Rusty. Glad I caught it when I did, Russ. Well, that is very good that you caught it, man. I had a friend, same thing. Actually, now that you bring it up, had a similar. He had started out with a massive sensitivity to light out of nowhere. But yeah, if you have headaches and hearing loss or any things like that, might be wise to get checked. Glad to hear that you caught it early, Russ. Vogel says, I'll get my Thrustmaster HOTAS tomorrow. Bought it because of recommendation with FSprojects stick, which I ordered a couple weeks ago. Hopefully it arrives soon. TM Vogel, well, best of luck. Thrustmaster stick, that's awesome. And did you get just the base, or you got the Warthog stick to go on top of it in the meantime? Either way, I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. That's exciting stuff, man. Sounds like you and your companions are heading out on your request. Crocodile Dundee soundtrack. Just had surgery in August, other than deaf in one ear. Should be good as new anytime now. Russ, wish a speedy recovery to you, my friend. I've just updated from a Ryzen 7900, finished reinstalling Microsoft and the bindings, and now Just Flight confirms that for release we are looking at this week. I am a happy man. Ooh, Just Flight confirmed a release for what this week, Sergey? What's coming out this week? That's exciting. All right, it's time to go to work. Ooh, the next one's called Outback Hunter, though. Ooh. All right. We need to go to work. Let's get back in here. Let's get the sim sounds up. Let's get ready. Let's go into plan mode here. Zoom it on down. Looks like we got the full procedure with a hold right there. So we got a hold over HM2SI or something like that. That's at 3,500. We'll probably start down here pretty soon. We can tell you what, we're going to set 20 initially just to get us in the right direction. 200 is set. We're not going to start down just yet. Looks like there's traffic in front of us. We can go to the perf page here. Let's set up some descent weather. Let's get a latest and greatest for Hamilton Island. TBM 850 it is, confirmed this week from Just Flight, says Sergey. Fantastic, man. Let's hope that holds true. What'd I tell you? I said it would probably be when I go to work. That's not going to work. I need to go to weather request. Yep. All right, we don't need our alternate and we don't need the departure. Let's just send out for that one. Didgeridoo. Good morning to you, Aviator Nick. Andre, I still feel like the Phoenix is squirrely in the flare. What do you think? I haven't flown it in a while, Andre. We'll be in it next. We're going to get back in the Phoenix. I was kind of hoping that we would have a IE released, you know, or I was kind of waiting before getting back in the Phoenix, waiting for IEs or that new update. But then ever since the update got delayed, Phoenix just kind of took a back seat to me. But we'll probably hop back into it here pretty soon. We'll have to take a closer look. Honestly, though, I mean, I haven't really had any issues with the landing. I think it's pretty good. No sim setup is going to feel exactly like the real airplane at the end of the day. So we just got to go for the key items, the key features of landing and flare mode. And the last time I flew the Phoenix, I mean, it feels pretty good. I think a lot of the issue stems from turbulence and how the sim interacts with wind gusts and things like that. All right, 090 at 6 is the wind. The temperature down there is 23. A beautiful morning at Hamilton Island. QNH is 1017. We'll put 500 feet in the barrel for a visual reference. All right, we'll also come down and let's go to the flight plan page. Looking at our hold, there's a procedure turn. Where was that at? Let's go to and look at approaches. I'm landing 3-2. The circle to 1-4 looks juicy. Winds are 090, right? And we want to land. What were the winds? 090 at 6. And the runways are what? 1-4 and 3-2. So we don't want to land 3-2. We want to land 1-4. So we'll do a visual circle. What can we do? RNAV. Yeah, we're not going to fly all the way. So I tell you what we'll do. Let's just circle for 3-2. Do a circling approach. So that's going to change things. Straight in landing, circle to land. MDA is going to be higher than all that. It's actually going to be forecast terminal QNH, or the actual. We have the actual 940 MDA for category 180 or max 180. Let's just do 1040. I tell you what, let's do 1040 on the barrel ref. We're going to shoot the RNAV Yankee 3-2 circle to land 1-4 because we cannot do VNAV, or no, I'm sorry, not VNAV. We can do VNAV. We cannot do, what am I looking for, Chaos? AppNav. Thank you. Cannot do AppNav. So we're going to shoot the RNAV 3-2 with a visual circle, which this would be something that probably should practice on. Looking at the diagram here, though, could get a little bit spicy. How do they have normal circles here? You know, we could, this actually is like a program circle. We could load this sucker up. RMP Yankee or Whiskey. I don't know what the difference is. Let's do RMP Yankee 1-4. Let's see. Let's change the box. Let's see how screwed up we get. RMP Yankee 1-4. Approach via Ovron, because it's literally a circle publish. So let's do that, and let's go direct to Ovron. Insert direct to Ovron, and we're going to descend to flight level 200. We can do it, Lazaros. We wouldn't be able to do it in real life because we don't have AppNav. We're not RMP AR capable here in the fly-by-wire. We're only LNAV, VNav, and you don't have AppNav strategy, which doesn't mean you can't do a GPS approach, but you could not do an AR. Yeah, so Mark, we're going to do we'll do that circle from Ovron.
Welcome to flight deck, ladies and gentlemen. As you may have noticed, we have begun our initial descent down to our destination. Now would be a good time to wrap up any business you need to take care of as we prepare for our approach. If you are up, once you return to your seat, we ask that you remain seated until the aircraft arrives safely at the gate. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for arrival.
Love it. Absolutely love it. All right. We're on the descent. We're starting early. Ovron is 122 miles. We need to cross it at 4,000. Is there a limit on there? Let's go ahead and make it a hard altitude of 4,000 feet. And let's also make it in the descent mode. And let's also make it 180 knots max. Let's see what happens. We want to cross Ovron 180, 4,000. HMB is 3,500 max 180. We should be able to just fly this in LNAV. Now, we could just open descent it down. We'll kind of be pseudo RNPAR. Mark, are you ahead of me or behind me? There's someone in front of us. Let's see here. Let's get the flight recorder ready. The runway is like a cricket pitch, very short. I know, I saw it on the... When I saw the scenery for it, I was like, man, we have to go here. This looks way cooler than the other one I was going to go to. I wonder what that little island is down there. Is that part of the Great Barrier Reef? I guess, does the Great Barrier Reef go all the way around Australia? Fly the RNAV approach and track FPA. We could Delta Tango. We could probably FPA it on down. Oh, you're ahead, Michael. Okay, good. Yeah, Mark, so you're behind. I don't know if you'll have to hold. As long as you do Ovron at 180, we should be pretty spaced out. Is there a taxi back? I think there's a taxi back to landing 1-4. I'll be fast. The announcement guy sounds legit. Alright. We are on the way down. No train. It's got it all in there. That actually looks pretty good. That looks pretty darn good. We are catching up to the TOD needle, or the actual on-path descent, the idle descent arrow. We'll see what happens. We'll see if it actually catches it here and goes idle on down. 35 nautical miles ahead and backtracking, runway 14. That should be good enough, Michael. Southwest taxi speeds. We'll juice it up when we land for sure. It's 5,500 feet long. In that case, we need to go over our landing on runways less than 6,000 feet. Basically, we'll go medium auto brakes, flaps full, reverse full. Any questions? No questions. Cool. You're briefed, I'm briefed. Let's enjoy the arrival. I'm enjoying the sunrise view here. I understand that the wing detail is better on the Fenix, but you have to admit the wing view is still gorgeous. I agree, Delta Tango. I definitely agree. I really like the windows, too. The windows, just the Fenix windows are really good, too. But and like this view here where it's so bright that it kind of blends in. You can't really see the detail. It's not bad by any means. Like this view right here. I mean, if you think about all the sims that we had where it was just a 2D, it looks good. We are very fortunate to be in this day and age of flight simulation. Internet's been a little bit funky, so I apologize, guys. I know the internet's been acting up today. Hopefully it hasn't been too rough, but we've lost 3.3%, about 6,500 frames. I'm starting to get a little bit peeved at this internet situation. All right, we are reaching our idle descent arrow. It looks like engines are coming back. We're joining the path. Things are happening. Down we go. Will this first be hand flown, or will LNAV fly it on autopilot? It will fly at LNAV on autopilot, Bomb Tech. I will probably take over manual control at some point just because I want to hand fly it. But you could easily fly this in LNAV and use either FPA or open descent after you pass a waypoint to get you on down. So there's multiple ways to do it. Seatbelt sign is coming on. 30.4 descending 200. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and let's just set. We'll set 10,000 now. We'll keep on coming down. As a sim sightseer, I like the clean, non-scratched windows. Yeah. Some windows can get pretty dirty. You know who else has really good windows is the PMDG. PMDG's got great windows. Small hitches here and there, but mostly fine. All right. I can live with that. Staying up late tonight, huh, Chaos? A key, I forget the FlyPlad radio too, huh? Do we have calculator landing? Oh, we've tried this before. What? V app is 132. What is and we're 139.8. Flaps full, reverse thrust, yes. Auto land, no. Medium auto brakes 5270 or 5207. Max brakes 4105. That's believable. Close enough. Well, I guess we should start making some radio calls. Hamilton traffic, Qantas 357. We are 69 miles from Ovron. Descending at a flight level 260. We're going to set up for the RNAV runway 14 into Hamilton traffic. V1, remember the night when you were having fiber ran to the house? Yeah. Looking good from Boston. Eagle 1. I hear you, man. Hope things are well for you out in Boston. Behind the room. Oh, it's only 9 p.m.? Not 9 a.m. 9 p.m. Kansas isn't in Hawaii, is he? The do land 738 and A3. They do land 738 and 320s there, but I think the brakes are smoking afterwards. It's Boston. What is the runway length? Okay, now I thought it was plenty long. Now you guys actually have me thinking about, what, like, do I need to worry about this? I've never been to this airport. I just loaded into the scenery, made sure it was there. Again, taking the lighter approach to flight simulation. I didn't sit here and study the airport diagram for 45 minutes. What do we got? Ooh, 5,700 feet. 5,700 feet with a taxi back. Look at that. All right. I guess maybe we should kind of lock it in here a little bit. Let's go 5,700 feet. We're still good. 5207 low. So this is why you have landing on runways with less than 6,000 feet. Medium brakes required. I believe that 100%. 100%. Believe it. All right. We're at a 20.9, 57 miles out. We're on speed. I'm not going to speed up as much as I want to, but because I want to keep everybody spaced out. Go-arounds are not allowed in streams. What was the old Mr. Flight Deck to Sims, the Boga? Butter go-around? Man, I'm sure glad I didn't get that going on this channel. That's way too much pressure. Kevin, good to see you, man. V1, do you feel obligated to make small talk with FOs during cruise? No, not at all. Matter of fact, I'm kind of the, especially if I don't know the first officer at all, like, I'm not typically the one to continually try to create small talk. I got stuff to do. I got other things I could be doing with my time. So I don't mind if the first officer does not want to have a conversation. But I also don't mind having a conversation either. If they engage me, then yeah, let's go for it. But I am typically not the person that is the engager. Maybe just a little bit, you know, if someone new I haven't flown with, how long you been here, where do you live, you commute, cool, that sucks. All right, good deal. Nothing else in common, there's nothing else to talk about. We'll do our own thing. But most of the time, I'd say it's the other way around. I know most of the guys I fly with now. I moved to the Midwest from Boston about 25 years ago. My mother, who wears shorts in the summer, thinks I now sound Washington. A takeoff calculator is in the work. Ooh. All right. We got a little bit of cloud situation out there. So do you like flying? What's that? So, you live close to the airport? Yesterday, my friend pushed back onto an active taxiway, then went on the wrong taxiway. Then his game crashed, so he had to do it over, and when he departed, Tower congratulated him on departing. Rough day at the office for him. What's your opinion on JetBlue Spirit merger? I don't know, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. So we'll know a lot more here in the next couple of weeks, right? Because I think they have DOJ has their hearing on the 6th of October. But we'll see. Do you ever talk about flight sim with the FO? Not really. There is one particular FO that I've flown with a couple times. Cool dude. He's flown He's flown fighters, flown drones, and he has a passion for it as well. So we kind of stumbled into a conversation that we both share the same passion for flight sim. So I talk about it with him, but it's not like the first thing I bring up. Like, hey, I'm V1 Sim. You ever watch YouTube? Check me out on YouTube. Like and subscribe. No, I don't do that. Have you ever been in a Turkish prison? There's a YouTube channel dedicated to a guy making fun of his fiance's Boston accent. I think I've probably seen that. Like Wisconsin. Sort of an upper Midwest Minnesota accent. I got you. Hopefully it happens. I have a lot of B6 stocks. Ooh, Robertson. Yeah, lowest they've ever been right now, huh? Or that was. Yeah, without Spirit, JetBlue would be dead. It would be 100% dead airline. This is a desperation buy for them. It'll probably go through. We're just waiting for everybody to get paid off up in the government. So I am. Can you tell us my surprise voice? You should say like and subscribe to the passengers as they deplane. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Atlanta. Please do remember, like and subscribe. V1 Simulations. YouTube.com/V1Sim. Thank you. We're all glad you have this passion for simming. We learn a lot from your real life trading and experience. Good deal, Delta Tango. That's why I do it, man. That's why I do it. All right. We have a decel here. Let's see if it actually slows to 250 here, or triggers the 250 decel. I think it's going to. Hamilton traffic, Qantas 357 out of 11,000 feet, 28 miles from Oberon, setting up for the RNAV 14. Hamilton traffic. All right, Magic Barrel Ref key. We'll push it. QNH, Magic Barrel Ref.
Hamilton traffic.
1017. 1017. Hey, we're
slowing
slowing down.
I'll make sure you have enough space.
No worries, sounds good. Listen to the wind noise of those lights coming out. Gotta love it. Let's go ahead and manually select 250 knots. And we'll also activate and confirm the approach phase. Done, done. We need a little bit more speed brake juice. Here we go. We need to call Speedbird. Flight sim guy. Every time I hear a Speedbird on frequency, though, I say that. I'm like, Speedbird. It's just a habit. I have to repeat it. I should. If he doesn't watch and subscribe, PM only duties. Have you ever flown with an FO that's a subscriber or a member? I believe he... I don't know. This guy was just referencing. I don't know if he's a subscriber. I know he watches. This looks awfully nasty out here. We got some nasties out. What is this? V1 QR code scans. Oh, Santana, that'd be awesome, man. Just hand out, instead of business cards, hand out a QR code on a little business card. My logo on it. V1 Sim. That's pretty funny, dude. All right, we got to figure out why these clouds are here. Let's also slow down. Let's go open descent. Thrust idle, open descent. Speed brakes out. I hope these clouds go away. I saw the Air Disasters episode on Speedbird 38 and keep smirking whenever I hear Speedbird. I know. It's forever Speedbird. I've even said it on the radio. It's like, behind the Speedbird. VFE next, -10, flaps 1. Let's go ahead and try if we can start slowing this puppy down here. We got the speed brakes out. The spoid brakes. Spoid brake. We gotta try to catch up. We're 210, spoid brakes out. Let's go Throttletek cam on. I don't know if I'm in a super nasty cloud. It's +16. We don't need any engine anti-ice. We gotta turn down our brightness though. I mean, this is Welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator, where you have dynamic weather environments. Any traffic over Overon right now on the inbound 1-4? I thought there was a guy in front of me. I was trying to get a weather report. Let's see if we can get a later or a newer ATIS. Any specials? A lot of people say the cockpit of Flightbox isn't true to life. How is this true? Because I think there's an angle missing. Scattered at 1500, broken at 2000, overcast. Okay, well. 110 at 8 now. Hamilton traffic, Qantas 357 out of 5.6, descending 4,000. We're 9 miles from Overon, setting up for the RNAV 14 Yankee approach. Hamilton traffic. All right, let's continue to come back on down to 180.
Hamilton traffic, Jetstar 269.
Jetstar.
Make it easier for everybody. Is going to do one lap around the hold at Overon, and then proceed inbound. Yeah.
Look at this view right here, though. Favorite approach is the one coming home. That's right, Mike P. Landing at the mothership. I love, love, love the strobe reflection in the cloud here when you get that little, like that's the angle of the light. It's just so cool. It's what it looks like in real life. Keep dimming my screens down here. All right, we're leveling 4,000. Let's go ahead and stow the speed brakes. Let's select flaps 2, 180. The radar's on, but yeah, we're not painting anything. We're not painting any precip. I think it's just low clouds. We need a little floodlight, though, in the background. There we go. All right, well, level 4,000, 180 knots. We're flaps 2. Speed brakes can be disarmed. We don't need to arm those just yet. After Overon, we'll descend to 3,500. So let's set 3,000. Oh, no, we're vertical speed. Vertical speed 0. Let's go ahead and set 3,500. Speed, vertical speed 0. We're navving. Oh, look at that, chat. Look at that. Is this the modern weather Stevie Wonder? I think it is, Gustavo. Y'all, look at this scenery down here. How awesome is this? Oh, this looks awesome. All right, let's fly the airplane and then we'll get the replay on this. I'm going to start the replay out here by HM 843, so someone remind me. It says 180 there. We're looking good. All right, let's go ahead and let's just do an open descent, 500 feet. Thrust throttle, open descent, 3,500 is blue. We're still at 180, flaps 2. We're looking good in the turn. Yeah, this is an awesome, awesome approach. Whoever suggested this. Thanks, AJ. We're speed alt star. Okay, after HM 843, we're down to 3,500 feet, so that's 1,000 feet. Let's wait for the alt capture mode. There's alt. Now we will go ahead and set. No, we're at 3,500, so we're good. Hamilton traffic, Qantas 357. We're just past Overon now. 2 from HM 843 on the approach, RNAV 14. Hamilton. Record or replay? It's only possible to record, Mike, because I don't have another one saved up. That's what threw me off on that last stream, is I had a replay saved up. Oh, look at the 3D lights.
Just 269 level at 4,000, entering the hold at Oberon, doing 5 mile legs, and then coming back into the inbound.
5 mile legs? This thing will be over in 2 mile legs. Oh yeah, good idea, Gustavo. We'll get Flight Director 2 off, just so I'm ready to go all on one Flight Director. After this fix, we're good to descend down to... We're going to set 1,500.
I'll cut it short if I
2,500.
We're going to scroll in 160 on the speed.
2,500.
That's the radar altimeter going up and down off the terrain down there. All right, recording is on. You can sync the EFBs? Really chaos. All right, I'll have to get that next time. Let's go flaps 3 out of sequence here. And we're going to start coming on down on an open descent. We're thrust idle, open descent, FCU altitude at or above 1,500 feet is set. Here comes our waypoint. It's max 165, so let's go ahead and manage the speed. Basically going to bring the power to idle. We got an LDEV coming up here. That's pretty good. Let's go... let's hang on. Let's hang tight on the gear. We're still good. We're still good. Man, we are in the soup. This is sure glad I got a scenery for this. Not? Gear coming down. Speed brake arm.
Flight attendants, please prepare for that.
Saw the lights flick on. All right, so runway is clear. Hotel Mike Bravo 41 is our last waypoint. Making the turn here. Hamilton traffic. Qantas 357, 2,500 feet. Just outside final approach fix on about a 5 mile final for 14 Hamilton.
Godspeed.
Standing by for the breakout. Okay, well, we're going to have to do this approach again because this is awesome. I think we found our little base camp airport here for the next few streams. In and out of Hamilton Island, and then we're going to wrap it up back to Sydney. Look at this. Look at this view. I feel like I need the Australia tour music. Flaps full, landing checklists. Runways in sight. Landing checklist, cabin crew advised, auto thrust speed. Auto brakes are medium. ECAM memo, landing all green. Landing checklist is complete. Speed alt star. Autopilot's coming off. Flight director off. Give me the bird. Bird's in chat. Go around altitude. Let's just go ahead and set 2,000. 2,000 is set. Visual approach, chat. That was pretty juicy. So I can see the pappies out there. We're going to shallow off this descent here a little bit. Got a nice crosswind from the left, 7 miles.
100 above.
7 miles, 7 knots. Look at the cruise ship down there. This airport is awesome. Where has this airport been all my life? Look at the change in watercolor up there. All right, we can look at the replay later. Let's fly the airplane. 1,000 feet, stable, 2 whites, 2 reds. Probably going to get high now. Correcting, putting the tail of the bird right on the horizon. That'll give you an approximate 3-degree
1,000.
flight path angle. When we break out, like 2,500? We broke out right about 2,500 feet. Shouldn't have a hard time seeing it.
Roger, thanks.
It's been Hamilton Island. Thank you. I thought he said entering 1-4. All right, runway is clear. We're a little bit high, correcting. I bet there's some interesting little burble effects coming over these hills here when you got a wind from the east like this. Let's keep on coming down. Here's a short runway here, so we'll probably
400.
not want to float it. No pressure, Miss V1's in chat. Uh-oh. I've been busted. Take it in here, just a hair low on 3 reds. I like it.
50, 30, 20, 10, 5.
Ooh. Spoilers, reverse green. I could have held it off a little bit more, but... Oh, well, auto brakes are kicked off. What's up with that? No decel. 70 knots. That was juicy. I could have had it even softer, though, because I flared it. I was in the act of pulling the flare in when the wheel touched down, too, so I could have made it even smoother. What was it? I'm going to get it, catch it. Oh. All right, let's go ahead and make this turn around here. A 98? Ooh. I'll take a 98. Man, that's unfortunate, though, because we could have had a sub 50, I think, had I not been trying to flare that one out. And our feet remain dry. All right, let's go ahead and hustle off this runway here.
Man, it's a real bummer. I'm stuck in these clouds. I can't see the juicy approach.
I know. It's you won't see it till the very end. Auto thrust never kicked off? Really? Maybe I need to redo a calibration then. Are you not required to follow the yellow turnaround line? No. I could turn around on the middle of the runway if I want to. Probably. Most, I would imagine guys do it. Well, I don't know. It depends on their SOP. But if we're ever on a single runway like that, yeah, we don't take it all the way to the end. We're authorized to just do a turn on the runway. Better to just turn around and get off the runway if you can. Anything shorter or anything tighter than 150 foot on the width, then it gets a little bit spicy to do a 180 on the runway, but you can still do it. You just got to be careful. That looks a little bit tight. Let's take it to the end here. And, no, disregard. I was going to say we're clear, but let's go ahead and go all the way in here. All right, we're going to stop the recording now. Clean it up. Yeah, auto brakes will disable if I apply manual braking. I don't think I applied manual braking, though. I don't know what happened there. I guess we park out here, right? I want to go over there. Let's go park by the terminal. We're going to leave our lights on for the replay and because it's low vis. I don't know if we can sneak by this 738. Ooh, that's tight.
That was a traffic just 269's in the final third, about 7 miles out Hamilton.
We're gonna... Oh, I think this is for turboprops only. We're gonna try to spin it around right here. Ooh, there's an A320 line right there, though. Is there A3? There is. A320 marking right there. Oh.
Just FYI to Qantas behind me broke out around 2,000 feet.
We're a little bit off center line. Boop. A little bit cricket. Brakes are set. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to
Hamilton traffic, just 269, short final, 1-4.
Hamilton Island. Ooh, we got someone on short final too. I've always wondered why flaps and ground spoilers are cleaned up after vacating the runway. Good technique so you don't bring up the gear lever on accident while you're vacating the runway. Just never a good habit to start configuration changes while you're still on the runway. Depending on your operator, it may or may not be a requirement, but it's just a good technique. To when you're on the runway, you should be focused on flying the airplane. Gustavo, I left the strobes on purpose because I don't want to listen to the clicking on the replay. Left all our lights on. All right, no pressure, Jet 2.
Qantas, 5 miles for overrun, exit direct overrun for ILS 1,000. Correct, and 5 miles for 1.
All right, here comes the Jetstar A320. Thrustmaster Quadrant has a binding issue. What do you mean? I'm trying to fix my tactical flip-flops here. All right. Don't mess this one up. Where's the marker? Right about... Yeah, we're sitting on the markers. Good vantage point in the harbor? I'll have to look. Oh, okay, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Was he on center line? That was a pretty good landing right there. That was right on the markers. Right on the markers. I mean, this is a neat airport. We're definitely going to be back here. We got the terminal modeled as well. Look at all this. Oh, wow. Okay, we're definitely doing another stream out of here. A couple more streams. Qantas and Jetstar. Hey, where are these?
Traffic, just 269 is going to back taxi.
We got Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane. All right, so we could go direct to Sydney on Qantas Flight 579 when we're done. That's perfect. We're going to do a couple, few more streams out of here going north and to the islands, to Lizard Island, and then we'll come back. We'll go direct Sydney from here. What's the biggest airplane we can get out of here? You guys think we can get a 787 out of here for fun? And then we'll be the 747 stream. But wow, look at this nifty little airport. I just picked it up before the stream. I think it's $25. So a little bit on the heavier side of price tag, but very good frames and pretty darn good detail. Look at the yacht club and everything. Man, we're going to have to... I'm not going to do another float plane stream, but look at this. Still need to go to YAYE. Is that Ayers Rock? Dude, that is in the middle of nowhere. We might do maybe a sub stream. Is this what you were talking about, Gustavo? Oh my gosh. Could you imagine just having a little snack out here? A yacht club. If anybody watches the stream on replay and lives here, please leave a comment in the description or in the comment section. Tell me what it's like, because this... I want to come here for a vacation. Can you vacation here? I mean, imagine you could. Look, is this a hotels modeled over here? There's some places we go to in Microsoft that I just get the itch to like, man, I want to go here and check it out. Never been here in real life, but it's just, this looks like some sort of either condo building. Oh, maybe a hotel. Look at all this. What is this place here? I mean, we need to get a helicopter in the sim so we can do a helicopter tour. Look at this whole resort thing. Okay, Laura, if you're still in the chat, we're going to come right here. We got to come to this resort right here. Look at this little tiki bar. Tiki Bar Simulator 2024. I feel like we have more viewers watching the Tiki Bar Simulator than we did the stream. That is wild. What is happening? All right, let's reset the camera. Let's take a look at our replay, and let's get out of here. That was a lot of fun. All right. We're going to disconnect. We are going to go right back here. We're going to go flaps. I think they were about position 2. And replay mode is on. And counting. Maybe stream with the TBM. Oh yeah, we're going to be in the TBM for sure out of here, but I want something even slower. Maybe, I don't know. I would love to fly a helicopter in there. I need that Black Bird Sim Huey to release. That's what we need. All right, let's go ahead and let's move forward where we broke out. Here we go. Actually, I'll leave this replay for y'all. Let's just get to the landing. Let's get to the good part. We'll analyze the landing here, and then I'm going to sign off 3:30, and then we'll go from there. Comanche ATR. F-35B is great for this type of streaming. If you want to get the cockpit to look right, try resetting the flight computers. Cockpit looks right now.
50.
A little bit of wind. I need a little bit more right aileron, I think. Oh, that was a good one. Who said barely legal? We were plenty legal. Held that nose up nice, slow, fly the nose down. What do we got? We got smoke effects now on this. Oh, I forgot to turn the brake off and on the spoilers. There we go. Oh, you see that? Yeah, we were just still flaring. Could have made it real smooth. Could have made it even smoother. All right. Get that out of there. Well, you are in direct law. Am I still in direct law? I think we're good now. Auto thrust doesn't recap. Oh, wait a second. There we go. Now I got the auto thrust back on. All right. I'll leave y'all with a few long distance replays here. Enjoy the island view as we fly into Hamilton Island in Australia. Absolutely loved that little stream. I think we'll do a maybe a Phoenix stream in and out of here, up to Cairns, back, up and back from Cairns, either in a, maybe in a TBM. Maybe I do that in a TBM. I don't know. We got a lot of options. This is a beautiful place to fly in and out of. But thank you all for tuning in on this one. I hope you enjoyed this stream. Back in the fly-by-wire, lovely sounds as always. It's always good to check back in on the fly-by-wire, see what they got cooking on the development version. They're always doing updates and stuff. So, love to see it handled wonderfully today. I am going to leave y'all with this until the next one. I don't know when it'll be. Probably this week sometime. I don't know. We'll have to see. But get those Cias and chats. Until the next one, stay safe, stay healthy, enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. I'm B1. Through.
Fifty. 30.